We can start.
Swaha cha. Swaha cha. Me. Swashcha me. Swashcha me. Yajnena kalpantam. Swashcha me yajnena kalpantam. Yajurveda 18.1. 18.1. Balam chame yajnena kalpantam. Balam chame yajnena kalpantam. 18.2. Yajurveda 18.2. Jarachame yajnena kalpantam. Jara cha me yajnena kalpantam. 18.3. Sukrutam cha me yajnena kalpantam. Sukrutam cha me yajnena kalpantam. 18.5. Sudinam cha me yajnena kalpantam. Sudinam cha me yajnena kalpantam. 18.6. 18.6. Yashascha me yajnena kalpantam. Yashascha me yajnena kalpantam. 18.8. Sumatischa me yajnena kalpantam. One 18.11. 11. Bhutischa me yajnena kalpantam. 18.14. Bhutischa me yajnena kalpantam. 18.14. Gatischa me yajnena kalpantam. Gatischa me yajnena kalpantam. 18.15. Vak yajnena kalpantam. Vak yajnena kalpatam. Vak yajnena kalpatam. 18.29. Mano yajnena kalpatam. 18.29. Mano yajnena kalpatam. 18.29. Atma yajnena kalpatam. 18.29. Atma yajnena kalpatam. Because the basic thought in all these pieces of Veda mantras are common. I thought I'll make it a group and discuss about it. Yajna. Yajna is a wonderful concept what you find in Vedas, which we never find anywhere in the world in any what you call a religion or any such thing. It's a beautiful school of thought, Yajna. Kalpata. Let things come into existence. Let things be supported. Let things be established. All those things are covered by the Kalpata. Yajnena is in the Tritiya Vibhakti. Yajnena is in the Tritiya Vibhakti, that is the instrumental case. Instrumental case. So let Yajna be the cause of all these things. Let Yajna be the tool for creation of all these things, for establishing of all these things. Now we have discussed several times about Yajna. Let me summarize a little. All the best deeds are called as Yajna. Yajna doesn't mean only invoking fire on the altar and saying Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Of course, that's also Yajna, but it's not all. Whatever we do, whatever we talk, whatever we think, if that becomes the best, our thoughts, words, and actions too are called as Yajna. Yajno vai Shreshta Tamam Karma. Tama is superlative. Yajno vai Shreshta Tamam Karma is one way of understanding Yajna. Once we do it the best way, do we stop there? No, no. We can always improvise. We can always learn. And that learning and improvising is there in Yajna, and it is dynamic in nature. It doesn't stop. Whatever is best for that situation, for that context. But there is always scope for improvising, and that improvisation is possible only by learning. So Yajna is doing things in the best way, which is dynamic because of learning and improvising. All these things should be considered. That's Yajna. It's not that I do in this way and that's the end of it. No. I always think, can I improvise this? Can I improvise? Can I do still better? Can I do still better? In the given situation, is this the best what I can do? Or can I do something else which is better than this? So this constant learning, constant observation, constant improvisation is Yajna, and there is no limit for it. Even if there is a small improvement, yes, we have done the Yajna. So it's a constant process, dynamic process. What is the root of this word Yajna? Yaja Deva Puja Sangate Karana Daneshu. That you are familiar with already. Yaja Deva Puja Sangate Karana Daneshu. Vedas clearly tell us that performing this Yajna itself is Deva Puja. That itself is worship. That itself is the best thing what we can do. We have to surrender ourselves to the greater powers. That is, in the nature, which are all Jada, and Paramachetana, that is Satchidananda. So we are all subject to it. We cannot overrule them. So they are all considered as Deva. Deva means one very simple thing we know, Devo Danat. Devo Danat. That's how Deva is defined. that which can give. Yes, all the natural forces, they give us so many things. And ultimately, the force behind all these things are that Parama Chetana Shakti, Satchidananda, that's a great giver, giver of all, Sarva Datri. They are all indebted to these things. The Jada Deva and the Parama Chetana Deva. To express our gratitude, what we do is called as puja. Puja nama satkaraha. Expressing our gratitude to the Satchidananda and making the best use of the resources what are available. That is satkara. It's a constant process. It's a constant process, and it's a constant process where it gets improvised at every step. How do you do this satkara, this puja to that Parama Chetana Satchidananda? We submit our obeisance, we submit ourselves to its rules and regulations and be benefited. That's how we do Deva Puja. That Parama Chetana Satchidananda has given us this whole world, has established so many rules and regulation systems in that. We try to understand them and tune ourselves to that system. That is Deva Puja. What about Deva Puja for this Jada, all natural resources? Our Deva Puja for these natural resources, these Jada Devas, is to maintain it, make the best use of it. Never abuse it, never pollute it, never misuse it. That is Deva Puja for this Jada. Of course, they too give us so many things. Light, water, earth, fire, air. They do give us. We need all of them. And puja for them is not putting that turmeric or this and that or flower on it, but to make the proper use of it. That is real satkara. That is Deva Puja. And no other puja is required than this. To submit ourselves to the rules and regulation of Satchidananda, to use properly and to maintain its purity with reference to Jada Deva, natural resources. This is Deva Puja. Sangati Karana, next one. Sangati Karana. Sangati Karana can be understood in two perspectives. Samgati Karana, Sangati Karana. Sam plus Gati Karana is one way of understanding it. Sangati plus Karana is another one. Now the first one, Sam plus Gati Karana. Sam means together. Sam means together. Gati Karana, movement. Gati, progress. So if you progress together, it's not an individual's progress. The progress is collective. So that collective progress is also called as yajna. I will not leave out anyone. I and my fellow beings, we all progress together. So this collective progress is called as yajna. Progress of an individual is never a reality, because I am part and parcel of a society. I am a social being. My progress is entwined with the progress of the society, progress of all in the society. Only when it is a collective progress, yes, progress of everyone is ensured, protected and safe. If only a few people progress, definitely other people have not progressed, will cause problems for those who have progressed selfishly. Because they also wanted to progress and nobody cared for them. But it's a collective progress, yes. We work for the progress of other people also, and along with them, our progress is also achieved. So what will happen? Our fellow beings will love us because we have been working for their welfare also. They respect us because we have worked for their welfare also. It's a collective progress. Sangati, sam gati karana. Sam plus gati karana. Sangati karana. Sangati is to collect in one place, make use of. We need so many paraphernalia to perform this yajna, what we're discussing so far. It cannot be done in empty hands. You want so many paraphernalia, so many tools, and to collect all those things, to accumulate them in one place and make the best use of it is Sangati plus Karana. Whatever we need for our progress, whatever we need for our prosperity, yes, we work for them and get them. That is Sangati Karana. That is also called as Yajna. And once again, getting all those sorts of tools and paraphernalia is not just for us. Earlier, some plus Gati Karana is there. It's not only for us, it is for the welfare of the whole society. We get the benefits, and the benefits are shared among everyone in the society. And everyone in the society, we work for getting it. It's not that one individual works and shares. Now, all of us together we work, and all of us together we share. And whatever we need, the inputs, all those inputs, we collect. We get it in one place. That is Sangati Karana. Deva Puja, Sangati Karana, Dane issue. Dudai Dane, to share, to give. It's already there. It is emphasized. It's emphasized. We share, we give. It's not that whatever we get, we use it for our own selves. We are selfish. No. We know that it is the result of a concerted effort. All of us have worked together for achieving this. So all of us have a share in it, and we share, we give, we cooperate, and progress. That's also it. Now get the big picture of what yajna is. Yajna is the best deeds what we do. It's got that learning element, it has that progressive and improvising element. That itself is worship. Worship of the Satchidananda, obeying its rules. That is worshipping the Jadadeva, that is maintaining them. Then progressing together, collective progress. And we also collect whatever is required for achieving it in terms of materials, paraphernalia. Then we share and cooperate. Can there be a better society when all these things are there? Now, cannot a yajna of this sort not be able to give us anything? No. It can shower on us whatever we need, because that is the tool for us. Yajna is the tool for us. Yajna is the path for us. Yajna is the route for us. Now this can give us whatever we want. It's like if I'm allowed to use this Puranic concept, Kalpavruksha. Say Kalpavruksha or Kamadhenu. You ask for anything, yes, you are given. It has got that capacity to give us whatever you want. Yajna can be called as Kama Dugha. Kama Dugha. Duha Prapurane. That's the root. Duha Prapurane. that which can fill us up. Whatever is less in us, whatever shortage is there in us, all that will be filled up. Doha prapurane. Kama, according to our wish. According to you wish for it, yes, whatever lack we have, whatever shortage we have, it is filled up and is taken care of. Kama doha. You see, that is what we see in these series of sentences. The first one, it says, Swashchame yajnena kalpantam. Swashchame yajnena kalpantam. Swaha cha me yajnena kalpantam. Swaha. Swaha iti sukhanama. Swaha iti anandanama. That's the meaning of the word swaha. How it is possible? Can you say, Swashchame yajnena kalpantam tatha, so it will be done? No, it's not like that. Swashcha is Ananda. The source of Ananda or the very Ananda is Satchidananda, that God, that one entity, which is formless. Now, how do I get that Ananda? It's not mine. The source is elsewhere. I get it. It is only by our communion. And what is the root for it? Yajna. Yajnena kalpantam. So yajna, we have said very clearly that it is obeying the rules and regulations of Satchidananda. So those rules and regulations and those paths defined by that Satchidananda are sufficient enough to take us closer to that Satchidananda, and we can experience that Ananda, bliss. We have to move towards it. Of course, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. But we mentally have to move towards it. And our life itself should take a certain path, and only then it's possible for us to reach it. Though it is everywhere, we can't experience it. Because there are so many hurdles in the way. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, whatever you call them, they are all hurdles. As long as they are between me and that Satchidananda, I cannot experience Ananda. So I have to overcome. I have to tame them. I have to control them. I have to use them properly. Yes, now I'll be closer to Ananda. Swashchame yajnena kalpantam. Overcoming it, taming it is what is called as yajna. So there is that element of improvising. There is that element of learning. Only when I learn and improvise, yes, I'll be able to tame all these Ari Shadvarga, Shati 6, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. It's possible only when I'm in the learning mode. So in my learning mode, I tackle them, I tame them, and make them my slaves. And with those, the very thing which used to be a cause of my problem, now I make it the very cause of my progress and experience of Ananda. Yaireva sasruje ghoram, taireva shantirastunaha. This I discussed earlier. Those were the very cause of my problems. But now, because of my willful and deliberate working and taming them, now the very same thing, Yaireva sasruje ghoram, those who are responsible for creating all problems and havoc, they become my slaves now, and taireva shantirastunaha. I'm able to experience that peace and bliss because of them only. But taming them is possible only when I am in the learning mode, only when I am in the improvising mode. And what is that taming? What is that improvising? What is that learning? That's yajna. Yajnena kalpantam. So by employing this yajna as a wonderful tool, yes, I become closer and closer to Satchidananda, and experience that Ananda. Swashchame yajnena kalpantam. Let it happen because of my yajna. That is because of my effort in the best way possible, in the learning mode and in the improvising mode. Yajnena kalpantam. Swashchame yajnena kalpantam. Next one. Balanchame yajnena kalpantam. To achieve this, I cannot be weak. I have to be strong enough. Only they can pursue. If I'm weak, maybe I pursue it for a while and finally I say, okay, I'm tired. I stop here. That perseverance is required. For that, I should be bold. I should be strong. We have been speaking about that. Strength of the soul, strength of the soul, strength of the soul. What is the strength of the soul? Capacity of the soul to withstand. Capacity of the soul to pursue. Capacity of the soul to bear that ananda. If the soul doesn't have that capacity, that strength, it cannot bear even if ananda is given. It cannot experience it. Even though it is positive, to experience it, we should have our internal spiritual strength. Balanchame yajnena kalpantam. Let me be strong. How do you get this strength? When you overcome our weaknesses. Every one of us, we do have our own weaknesses. They speak of SWOT analysis in the modern context. Now, the SWOT analysis has been done thousands of years ago itself. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We should be aware of, we should understand our strengths and weaknesses. Strengths are okay, we have to maintain it. Weaknesses are there for us to overcome. So I have to overcome those weaknesses. Only then we become stronger and stronger. So we have to introspect. We have to introspect and analyze what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses. And we should do this honestly. Ego should not come in the way. If ego comes in the way, I will not be able to see my weaknesses at all. And I say I am always strong and good. That's a big problem. But I should keep that ego at bay and analyze honestly, matter of fact, and say, okay, these are my strengths. These are my weaknesses. I agree. I accept this weakness. Only when I accept my weaknesses, yes, I will have a chance to overcome it. If we don't accept them at all, there is no question of overcoming it at all. Everything is fine. But what is everything is fine is not a reality. We do have our weaknesses. We do have our kusamskaras. So with deep introspection, with deep study of the self, of course, it's a part of yoga, swadhyaya, they call it. We study ourselves and identify our strengths and weaknesses. Strengths we encourage, weaknesses we overcome. Balanchame yajnena kalpantam. This constant improvement in us, where our strengths will increase and where our weaknesses will decrease, that's yajna. Because we are trying to improvise our own selves. That improvisation is part of yajna. Analyzing it is learning. That's also part of yajna. Yajnena kalpantam. Balanchame yajnena kalpantam. Jarachame yajnena kalpantam. Jarachame yajnena kalpantam. Let old age be a product of my yajna. I to understand it rightly. We have seen many times Vedas speak of our long span. Vedas speak about living till our old age. And it becomes impossible for us to use the Sharira Indriya Manas. It will be so dilapidated. I cannot use it further. Till such time, I have to make the best use of this tool. That is, I have to die only at that point of time, where I cannot further use the Sharira Indriya Manas. And any death before that is an untimely death. We have not reached that state of Jara, the wear and tear of the instrument. Vedas guide us elsewhere. Ma pura jaraso mruthaha. Don't die before that old age. Don't die before that condition of complete wear and tear. Up to that you have to pull on. Up to that you have to work. Up to that you have to be doing your yajna. We got 2 seconds to die. Fine, in those 2 seconds, do some yajna. How is it possible? Have a good thought. Fine. You cannot talk. No problem. You cannot do anything because you're on the deathbed. Fine. But to think, but to be alert, it's possible. Think something good. Think for the welfare of the whole world. Think for the peace of the whole world and die. 2 seconds are over. Whatever moment is available for me, make use of it for yajna. That very thought of seeking the good of all is yajna. And you are completely exhausted. The whole tool has become worn and torn, and I cannot use it for 1 more second extra. Fine. That is Jara. So till that last moment when the whole instrument breaks down, up to that moment, you work, you think in the light of yajna. Yajnena kalpantam. Jara chame yajnena kalpantam. So let us not die an untimely death. When the instrument actually is capable of working, functioning well, employ it in that performance of yajna. Employ that in the performance of yajna and don't lose even a single moment of your life. Take it to the lowest level. Jara, that is Jara. Further, I cannot employ it, I cannot use it. Okay, shed it. Up to that, if I want to carry, what should be my outlook? What should be my attitude? It has to be yajnik. It has to be yajna. If I got that attitude of yajna, till the last moment, I can be performing yajna. Throughout. If that yajnik attitude is not there in me, I think something nonsense, and that makes this whole instrument to wear and tear early, or even without wear and tear, it will be subject to some calamity and it will stop existing. We have not reached this stage of Jara at all. It has been short-circuited. Let it not happen. Have that attitude of yajna and make the instrument, employ it, use it for a long time. And only when it is really not able to function, kick it out. So that state where I cannot further use it is the state of Jara, the real wear and tear. Jara chame yajnena kalpantam. Now let me be making use of this instrument, whatever I have got, to the maximum extent possible. Practically, now it's not possible for me at all to use it. That is Jara. Up to that, let this be pulled on, let this be used, let this be employed. Sukritam chame yajnena kalpantam. Sukritam chame yajnena kalpantam. Sukritam, good deeds. In other words, the same thing, good deeds. Be doing your good deeds and kick this life. It will happen one day. So what is the good deed? Yajna. Let all my good deeds be prompted by, influenced by, supported by the concept of yajna. by that school of yajna, by that very nature of yajna. Let it work as a tool so that I'll be able to do only good deeds. The same question comes, what is good, what is bad? It's a common question. What is good for me may not be good for another person. What is bad for another person may be very good for me. So when you think in these lines, good or bad becomes very subjective. Maybe in a particular situation it is good, but the same thing in another condition could be bad. So you are not thinking on these subjective lines at all. You are thinking about good and bad in the objective sense. Whatever contributes to the strength and purity of the soul is good. Whatever doesn't is bad. That's the definition we have. And what helps the soul to become pure and strong is same for all, at all times, at all places. There's no subjectivity in that. Speak the truth, it adds to the strength of your soul. Don't speak truth. Yes, the soul becomes weaker. Over. For all, for all. So to recognize truth and to speak truth and to live truth is good. Otherwise, it's bad. Follow non-violence, ahimsa. Ahimsa is a contributor to the strength of the soul. For all of us, no exception. If you are not non-violent, if you are violent in our nature, that pulls down the strength in our soul for everyone, wherever they are, whenever they do it. It doesn't contribute to the strength and purity of the soul. We have got such object things. We have got such system. We have got such rules. Whether we accept it or not, whether we know it or not, whether we approve it or not, whether we like it or not, it is all immaterial. Because it's not under the opinion of ours. It is something beyond an individual and is a rule which is applicable to all, at all places, at all times. I may say I don't agree with this. Fine, let you not agree. But if you're not truthful, the strength of the soul will definitely get dilapidated, will get lost. I don't accept this. That non-violence helps this. Okay, no problem. So you are not respecting non-violence. Fine. What happens? What is the result? The strength of your soul comes down. That's all. It doesn't depend upon your approval. Whether you approve it or not, it happens like that. That is objective in nature. So good, bad has to be defined in this objective way. Sukritam, all good deeds will happen only with the help of yajna, the concept of yajna. Constant learning, constant improvising, constant sharing, and collective living. So it all contributes to the improvement in ourselves. And it helps us to do things better and better and in a good way, and that is Sukritam. Sukritam chame yajnena kalpatam. We'll be doing, anyhow we'll be doing this or that. We cannot keep quiet. That's what Krishna says. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishthatya karma krita. Every living being which has taken birth will be doing one or the other work. It cannot keep quiet. That very nature is the nature of life. Life is always dynamic. It moves and moves and moves, does and does and does things. Whenever you are going to do something, you cannot keep quiet. Do which is good, that's all. Try to learn, try to understand, make your deed the best. Anyhow, you cannot keep quiet. Anyhow, you have to do something. So with this concept, if I improvise, if I learn, that becomes a good deed. Sukritam chame yajnena kalpam. That very attitude of doing things in a better way is called as yajna. Take its help, take that concept. Don't do things as the same way what you did yesterday. Let there be a little improvement. Let there be a little improvement. Let it be closer to that goodness. Let it be a bit away from that badness. Sukritam chame yajnena kalpantam. Deliberately, wishfully, we do it. It's not that it happens automatically. No. Sudhinanchame yajnena kalpantam. This is a very, very important thing. Sudhinanchame yajnena kalpantam. Let a good day be created by yajna. Here we have to understand many things. Creating a good day with the help of yajna is in our hands. Repeat. It is in our hands. If I perform yajna in the right sense, yes, I will be able to make my day good. And whose control it is? It's very clear it is under my own control. I'm stressing this because many people believe that everything is predetermined. You have no role to play. No. My future is not predetermined. It is me who create my future by doing things in the present, in the form of yajna. Yajna is the cause of my future. If I want a Sudhina, you create it, you get it. It's in your hands. How do you do it? Of course, with the help of yajna. Those who perform yajna can always have a good day. A good day or a bad day is not predetermined. It's not fixed. So forecasting about our future itself is 100% wrong and bogus. It cannot happen. Because it's not predetermined. If it's predetermined, things would have been different. If it were to be predetermined, what is my role? Am I just a puppet in the hands of the circumstances? No. Purushartha is there. What is that Purushartha? That is my efforts, my doing. With understanding, with knowledge. What is that understanding? That is yajna. I can be the creator of my good day. I can be the cause of my good day. If I don't do it, anything may happen. And I cannot blame someone saying that, oh, it became a bad day because of you, because of this, because of that. You had all the opportunity to have a good day, to have a good day. Have it. How you can create a good day? With yajna. Sudhina is to be created by my own self. Sudhina is a product of my own yajna. Sudhina is not predetermined. So all that forecasting, all that astrology, what we say, it is all anti-Vedic and unscientific and irrational. Use any word you want. I can create my future. I have got that opportunity. I have got that guidance through yajna. Learning, understanding, improvising, collective work, sharing, cooperation. If I employ all these things, will not that day be really good? It has to be. It has to be. A good day is in my hands. I can make it a good or bad depending upon what I do. It's not predetermined. God never interferes. The circumstances never interfere with the day of me being good or bad. It is me who is responsible for that. When I understand that I am responsible for the creation of a good day or a bad day, I become more serious. I become more learned. I become more careful. I become more responsible. And what all these things finally contribute? Finally, they contribute for the strength and purity of the soul. Being responsible, being cautious, just attached to it. If I say it is somebody's hands, it is in somebody's hands, and I have no role to play, and I become callous, I become lazy, I become lethargic, and throw everything on the shoulders of X, Y, Z. What's my responsibility? What's the meaning for my existence? Big zero. Such a thing is not there. Sudinanchame yajnena kalpantam. A good day I will create with the help of yajna. Will I be successful or not? If I do it deliberately, definitely I will be successful. And this success is also dynamic. It doesn't stop at that. To what extent I was successful yesterday, today I will be successful a little more. Because of the concept of learning, improvising, cooperation, working together, making the best use of the natural resources, understanding the rules and systems of the Satchiyananda. It's a constant process. That's yajna. By understanding all these things and implementing them, will not that day be good for me, better for me? It could be. It is possible. But the only thing is I have to understand that it is in my hands. The ball is in my court. I have to decide whether a day has to be Sudina or Durdina. It's my decision. It's not predetermined. Then what is predetermined? Predetermined are the rules. If you do like this, your Dina will be Sudina. If you do like this, your Dina will be Durdina. Those systems are permanent. It holds good for all times. If you do like this, it will be a Sudina. That rule is fixed. But to do it and make the Dina a Sudina is my responsibility. This you have to clearly understand. This is Vedic principle, very logical, very rational, and that is the reality. And I have got a great role to play in that. Yajnena kalpa. Who performs that yajna? Only when that yajna is done, this will happen, that Sudina will happen. But who has to do that yajna? It is me. It's me. If I want a Sudina. If I don't want Sudina, live callously, live carelessly, and whatever comes, you take it. But you have got a great opportunity of forming, of creating a Sudina through yajna. Path is open to you. The opportunity is there. Take it or not, it is your wish. Take it, it becomes a Sudina. Don't take it, suffer. And who is responsible? Definitely not anyone or any situation. It is your own leaving the great opportunity of performing yajna. You are the person who is responsible. Sudinanchame yajnena kalpantam. Of course, every one of us, we want Sudina. That's there. Every one of us, we want the day to be the best, the good day. But what is to be done? It is through yajna. That's the only way out. Do yajna, make your day good. Don't know what is yajna, don't know how to perform yajna, forget about Sudina. Whatever comes, you take it, good or bad. Sudinanchame yajnena kalpantam. There are many such things, many more kalpantam, kalpatam. Okay, we will continue it. The same process of performing yajna, the same process of involving ourselves in yajna, the same process of taking yajna into our very life, making it our very breath. Yes, a lot of things will happen. We'll say what are many things left out to create, to get in the coming class. It's not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Okay, thank you all. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರಿ ಆನಂದ್ ಅವರು?